SmartSuite just released a boatload of new updates, and there are people talking about lots of really cool and exciting things that they're doing now with this software. But there's one automation feature that I think has slipped people's radar that I'm really excited about, and that's the PDF automation feature. So now you have the ability to create templates from SmartSuite's PDF document designer. And now we have the ability to automate that and put it into attachments or even emails. So this is huge if you've struggled to create efficient, quick reports that you need on the fly, and is going to save you so much time. So if you've been struggling with this kind of problem in your business, then you've come to the right place. Let's get to it. Hey, how's it going? This is Eric with SolveCycle Solutions. I help save people time by eliminating the work that they hate with automated and no-code solutions. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Airtable's exciting new PDF automation features and show how you can start designing templates to quickly generate reports that you need and implement them into emails or wherever you need them to go. But before I get started, I want to take a minute and invite you to a free consultation. I understand that it can be daunting to see some cool, fancy, shiny new tool that you think you need and then end up having to spend extra hours and not actually saving time. So why don't you just skip the hassle and you can book a free 30-minute call with me. If you've seen something either in this video or something I've done in the past, or even just have general ideas about no code and not sure how to implement that, we can get that started in a free 30-minute call. So you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code around my head and see how much time you can save in 30 minutes by heading to solvecyclesolutions.com/30-minutes. Now we've got that housekeeping out of the way, I want to go ahead and dive into my SmartSuite home screen here, where I have been testing this out with a template that I've been using inside of SmartSuite, their sales commission template. If you're curious about having something like this set up, SmartSuite has a wide variety of different templates that you can use and modify. To get those real quick, you can hit Add New Solution, and from there hit Start with Template. And then from here, you will be able to scroll through and see all the types of varieties that they have. They have lots of projects, CRM, and they even have different workflows based on specific types of businesses. You can click here and then hit Use Template, and that will generate not only just the template and the filters and the fields that it has, but it'll also implement data that you can test as well. So this is a bit of a modified version of the template that I have. So for deals, I have set up the breakdown by quarter for the year, so you can see all this information grouped by the specific quarters that these specifically were completed or these deals were closed on. I've gone ahead and set up as well the account for the client, or we have the salespeople, which I've added my name to a couple, and then the other key features here are the status. Currently, everything is showing closed and won here, the close amount, so how much money has been made on this deal, and then the specific date that this was closed. I also have a secondary field here for closed but lost sales, and I have a description that basically put in I just made up a bunch of silly things that made me laugh to show how we lost or what happened that caused this deal to be lost. In this case, these are all deals that I've tagged myself to, so as you can see, in this case, I'm not the best salesman here. This data was linked to salespeople, so you can see some other information that I've gone ahead and updated is that we have information for counting how many bad sales we've had or how many times we've lost a sale. And then we have a field to select Generate Report, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And then I also have this formula that is consolidating the total amount that people have earned over the course of the year. So as you can see, in my case, a lot of people have some sales here and some people have bad sales. But for me, I have earned theoretically $5,500,000, but I've also had 4 bad sales. So if I look in here, I can see this information. And the reason that I've set it up this way is because if I were trying to pull in a report, if I noticed this looking at my sales team and saw, oh, one person had 4 specific issues, I may be able to quickly generate a report with a PDF that can pull up all the information inside of SmartSuite so that I don't actually have to go in and hunt for this data or get confused by what all is in here. So if you want to set up a document here under this specific table, salespeople, I'm going to click the drop-down menu, and you'll see one menu item here called Document Designer. Now, I had just created a template here, but you can click Create New to save an upcoming template. Now, this basically works as a very basic PDF builder. So I can have the specific fields that I want to map data to from this particular table and map this all together. And then I also have the ability to design some elements if I choose. So maybe I want to have a divider here between the name and the information down here. So I could go ahead and add other specific things. I could add text here if I wanted to say, include here good sales, and then I could duplicate this and put bad sales underneath here. And basically what I have here is I've gone ahead and built this, but inside of the fields you can see, if I click on this, this is the formula for the total closed amount, so showing how much people have earned. I also have the ability to link additional tables by the linked record fields. And when I do that, it automatically works to pull out more information that we may need. So in this case, I could go down here and you'll see that there's a table column where I can add specific information because this is all linked from the specific projects or the deals that we were working on. So we have the title, the date closed, and the closed amount. I could also, if I wanted to, put in other things like the target quarter, and you'll see that that pops up with additional information. But then I can go ahead and filter that data as well. So here I have this set up to show where the status is showing a closed in one report, but then down here in my second link to deals, which can pull up the exact same information, but in this case, I can filter it to show when a deal was lost. So this is just showing for one of the people that is connected to this Justin Dreyer. But if I want to look at specific examples of people, I can also search the different records and pull up the information. Once that information is pulled up, like here with me, you can see that all of the information changes, showing the list of people that I've worked with, and then also showing the titles down at the bottom here. So this is all pretty easy to get set up. So in this case, if this were the complete document that I wanted to use in a business report or something, I can hit the export button here and it's going to automatically download a PDF here. Another feature I can do here is I can hit the print button and it will set this up so I can send this to the printer immediately. This is a pretty useful tool that you can be using for specific tables that you're trying to generate consistent reports from. Now, I will admit, I kind of brushed this off for a while because I started playing with it when it was brand new, and really it only seemed like I could map the specific data that was relevant or set in the specific table, and I couldn't actually extract all this information from linked records like we can now. But the main reason I didn't want to use this tool yet was because, like I showed you, originally, if I wanted to implement this info with a record, I had to search for the specific record I was looking for and then either export it or print it as a PDF. I couldn't automatically save it to a record, or I couldn't implement it in specific fields that I wanted. So now that we have this understanding of how you can make your own unique PDF templates, let's see how we can automate this just to save you even more time. One additional field I'm going to add here, just so that we can show you one of the additional features we can use, is a field type called files and images, which basically allows me to upload any documents or images that just stay attached to my specific records. So what I will do is I'm going to head to the automations inside of sales commissions. And I've gone ahead and set up an initial template to show you. But basically what we're going to do is we have a trigger set up for when a checkbox that I have that says generate report is equal to yes. Then we're going to add a PDF generation function. So when this information is matched, you'll see that it says generate a PDF, and we have two options. Either you can export the specific record page, or you can export a template from the document desire that we just went in. I didn't name mine anything unique or clever, so this is just new document. But make sure if you're doing multiple templates or trying to set multiple things up, that you want to make sure that this has a unique name so that the system knows how to name this in the future. So here we are able to name the PDF title, and I'm going to go ahead and just add the title of the document, and I'm going to put in sales report. So once this is done, we have an automation that is generated inside of SmartSuite, but we also need to try and store that somewhere. So one thing that you can do is if you have, whether it be an email through Gmail, Outlook, or even having SmartSuite send a report or sending an email, you can have this mapped to the specific email that you're looking for, a subject. In this case, I said we need to discuss this, and says please review and must discuss the problem with these lost sales. Now, in the attached document, you'll see I've already had this set up here as an exported PDF. But if I were to click this plus under the attachments, you'll show files and images or photo, but that's not actually going to map anything because both of those fields are going to be empty. So in this case, we're going to have to hit the back button, and you'll see use data from action, generate PDF. And from there, I can attach the exported PDF, and that should be good. The one last thing that I want to do here is I'm going to hit update records, and we're going to map this to the exact same automation. And then I'm going to search for the files, and we're going to do, again, the exact same function here of update the PDF there, and we should be able to map this and hit save. So now that this is done, I do want to clarify that I'm going to go ahead and run this. So I'm going to click the generate report. While I'm talking, you're going to see that it's probably going to take about a minute to have this done, because the automations are taking a lot more time to generate the specific PDF from the temp. So you see here that it shows that the process was completed, and the duration says it was 34 seconds. So let's hop back into my home screen, and you'll see that where my name is here on the map, that we actually have a PDF. So I can click this, and it's going to open the PDF, and I can see what it looks like with all this information. And here you can see where I've put a couple of different of the sales and put the description why these sales did not go through in some instances. But then let me also pull up my email. So here you can see that I got this email from myself, and in this case, I can pull up PDF here as well. So you can see that this is working efficiently and trying to just quickly build these templates with the information that you need and sending it out as needed. So this just scratches the surface on the things that we can implement with this new automation feature. I know that I just showed you a very kind of weird function of this based off of what I put together 30 minutes before this video. But the thing is that I talked with a lot of different people over the past couple of months, and some of the things that I've had to help them build with different tools because they needed some sort of report is actually going to be so much easier having something like SmartSuite that allows you to pull the specific information that you need and then map that to a template and be able to build that in just a second. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a ton of value out of this. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And also, if you find this useful and think someone else would find it useful, please consider sharing it as well. And let me know in the comments if you have any specific questions about this video or if you have other general no-code questions. And in the meantime, this is where I stop.